It lives in another stack. Let's see. Whoa!
Wow.
That is beautiful.
That is pretty cool.
Welcome to the channel. I'm Tom, this is Sierra. Today we're in Grand Forks, North Dakota, standing in front of the old Grand Forks Bottling Works. It was started sometime in the early 1880s by Herman Kruger and stayed in business into the 1920s or 30s. I've got permission to excavate the grounds in search of artifacts, so we'll take a walk around and see what's going on. We're in the back part of the alley. We opened up a test hole and I see soda bottles all over the place. We are in it. Oh, and a Hutchinson style soda bottle. So this type of bottle was patented in 1879 and it was in use in North Dakota until 1912. You actually had to push the stopper in to open it. They banned it because debris could settle, and when you push the stopper in, it could contaminate the drink. You can see the stopper is still in it there. We have here some kind of English bottle, it looks like. Some kind of turn mold. This is the crown top pry-off cap most folks recognize. Still make them today. It's likely held some kind of ale or stout of some sort. Oh, here we go. Nice. You know, look at that. Elk Valley Bottling Works, Larimore, North Dakota. That's a tooled crown top. I'm not sure if I've ever seen one of these in this size. Usually they're a 6 or 8 ounce. This may be a 12 ounce. Looks mint. Bernstein Brothers, Marshalltown, Iowa. Another Hutchinson style soda bottle. So these guys actually ran a saloon, and if I remember correctly, they got into some legal trouble. They were selling alcohol to minors and illegally importing it. I think they lost their business to some unpaid debts. The bottling works was auctioned off at a sheriff's sale. Oh, looks like they're just stacked in here. You know, it amazes me how these survive just below the surface with North Dakota's winters. And I noticed a lot of them are just facing down. It's almost like they planned it so that they wouldn't freeze and break. Whoa. Napoleon Cadieux, Crary, North Dakota. That's a good one. He owned bottling works in Crary and Lakota. I found one of these behind where the Hotel Lakota once stood. That was maybe 7 or 8 years ago. And this one's mint. That's really nice. That's wild. What do we have here? Okay, Chicago Consolidated Bottling Company, 14 to 18 Charles Place, Chicago. So this was started by pioneer bottler John Lomax sometime in the 1850s, and I believe he consolidated in 1894. or sometime in the late 1880s, early 1890s. And then this Charles Place address. The name was changed after Lomax died in 1899. It was changed to Lomax Place in his honor, so yeah, this is definitely an 1880s, 1890s bottle. Look at that, they're just stacked. Look at this, you guys. This is truly amazing. If you're new to the channel and watching this, I mean, this is incredible. Maybe once in a lifetime. Henry Burkhart, 18th and Jefferson Street, Chicago. Look at that. That's a really deep aqua. Never heard of this one before. No way. Napoleon Cadieux, Lakota, North Dakota. Well, I mentioned he had a bottling operation in Lakota, so we've got, oh wait, there it is. We've got one from each operation. That's truly amazing. I dug a few of these behind the Hotel Lakota also. There's more. Looks like the fence post just missed this one. What do we have? A blank. Okay, yeah, so the 15 on the bottom, I noticed that these Nap Cadieux bottles also have the 15. I'm sold on the idea that these are blanks from his bottling operation. Okay, so this is an early machine-made beer bottle, select style they call this. It's got the straight curved neck like that. The other was an export style and they had more curvature to it. This one dates to about 1910. And a tool top example made by the American Bottling Company, circa 1905. Here we go. Another blank, yeah. Another blank with the 15 on bottom. And okay, yeah, one of these with the H33. No idea what that stands for. They're always in this deeper aqua color though. We have, oh, another Bernstein Brothers from Marshalltown, Iowa. Levinson, I. Levinson, 346 West 12th Street, Chicago, circa 1900 piece. Oh, look at that, there's a line on the back. That's pretty cool. Let's see, I'm gonna knock this top piece down. Frank Higgins, 2501 Wallace Street, Chicago, Illinois. That one's almost a green color. It's like a really deep aqua. Could almost call it teal. Let's see. Yeah, let's keep going. Mike Kramer, Alexandria, Minnesota. Oh, that's nice. It's got to be a 1890s, early 1900s piece. There's some kind of quart-sized bottle down here. Whoa, Badger Bottling Works, Badger, Minnesota. I've never heard of one of those. I don't even know if I've heard of Badger, Minnesota before. Huh. Another turn of the century piece. Furla Bottling Works, Chicago, Illinois. It's got like a image on there. I don't know exactly what it is. A couple people in a Red Cross logo, maybe a helmet. It's unusual. Oh, another Mike Kramer from Alexandria, Minnesota. That one's a little cleaner glass. Good aqua color. And this one, oh, this was Western Bottling Works from Minot. Wonder if it was damaged when the fence was put in. You can see the break right there. Yeah, clear one. I think that would have been the second one of these known in clear. rip cutter for that one. Maybe another one that was damaged by the fence. No embossing on it anyway. Just a broken, clear Hutchinson bottle. There we go. Fergus Bottling Works, Fergus Falls, Minnesota. Nice. Got the stopper in it. Beautiful. And that's an applied crown top. That's unusual. Look at the top right there. You can see the glass dripping. That's applied. No markings, circa 1905. And some kind of European ale or splits bottle. Minot Bottling Works Company, Minot, North Dakota. Got a little groundwater in it. And another Euro ale bottle. Looks like a applied crown top with a turn mold. There's plenty of bottles back here. Just stacked in. What do we have? Oh, nice. Okay, so that's a round bottom, likely contained ginger ale. It's a crown top. Most of these were imported from Europe, made in Europe, and they had these round bottoms so that when the bottle got to its destination, it couldn't sit upright. That way the water kept the cork swelled and the drink didn't lose carbonation that way. Get one of these loose, the rest of them should fall out. J. Furla Bottling Company, Chicago, Illinois. Another one of these with that picture on it there. Looks to be in good shape. I think this guy wasn't in business long. He didn't have any advertisements in local newspapers. Ortonville Bottling Company, Ortonville, Minnesota. So we're getting some small Minnesota towns on these. That's kind of cool. Fergus Bottling Works, Fergus Falls, Minnesota. So I don't think there's a lot of these around. That's circa 1905. Oh yeah, WF&S Milwaukee. I think that dates to a specific few years, sometime in the late 1890s, early 1900s. I see an unusual shape here. Maybe a mug base. John Hessler Bottling Works, corner of Des Plaines and Ohio Street, Chicago, Illinois. Look at that, it's like a really unusual shape. This bottle not to be sold. Huh. The guy's initials on the bottom. And another applied top European ale bottle. Yeah, could you, Lakota, North Dakota. There we go. Looks to be in really good shape. So I guess they were throwing all those here. It's kind of like a pocket of these things. Pulling Caddo Prairie, North Dakota. Another one looks to be in really good shape. This may have a mug base. Let's see. And one from the Grand Forks Bottling Works, Grand Forks, North Dakota. Broken Michigan Springs, or Gordon Springs Bottling Works from Michigan, North Dakota. That's a tooled crown top, dates to about 1905. Maybe I can get the rest of these out. Seems like they're all just kind of like packed in once you get one. The rest of them fall in place. Broken round bottom. Huh. Looks like a blank hutch. Oh, the Pulling Caddo, Lakota, North Dakota. Another mint example. think there's a couple more Hutchinson bottles. I feel embossing on one. This is so wild. Oh, EBW, that's the Empire Bottling Works, Moorhead, Minnesota. It was started by William Eilmer in the early 1880s. After North Dakota adopted Prohibition, they moved the bottling works across the river into Moorhead. And I feel another Hutchinson bottle. Bernstein Brothers, Marshalltown, Iowa. There's definitely some more bottles back here. I'm trying to fish them out. Let's see. I feel embossing. There's another Hutchinson bottle. Maybe a couple more. Was. Looks like Bernstein Brothers from Marshalltown. And you hold it up just square with the camera like that. Perfect. That's a circa 1900 piece. Another Hutchinson bottle. Here's one that fell out. Looks like no embossing on it. It's a blank example. Yeah, blank. Yeah, they're just stacked in here. What do we have? Wapton Bottling Works, Wapton, North Dakota. Huh. That's the first one of those we've dug here. I can feel them all, they're just literally stacked in here. I got the bottles loose and looks like a blank Hutchinson bottle. Another, this one's got a, oh, the liquid. Okay, that's the mark of the Liquid Carbonic Company. That's a circa 1900 piece. There's the mark on the bottom. It's got the stopper inside of it still. Oh, Napoleon Cadieux. Lakota, North Dakota. Another mint example. Got some bubbles in the glass on the back. That's nice. And Henry Burkhart, 18th and 8th, Jefferson Street, Chicago. That's another turn of the century piece with a monogram on the back. It's pretty cool. I loosened all these bottles. They're stacked in here like cordwood. Let's see what we got. Let's go one at a time. Huh. F. What is that? Langkrauer, I guess? F. Langkrauer. Higginsville, Missouri. I've never even heard of that before. Could be a good one. And Napoleon Cadieux, Dakota, North Dakota. Probably double the number of these known. Leeds Bottling Works. Nice. So that's out west a bit. I think it's west of Devil's Lake. They actually dug the Leeds Bottling Works lots and never got one of these. Whoa. FC Lang & Company, Chicago. That's an applied top. That's a really good looking bottle. Look at that applied top. It's almost like a apple green. Lang on the side. That's amazing. Bernstein Brothers, Marshalltown. Classic. They must have sent crates up here. Maybe they bought out their stock when they closed down. Maybe they bought them from that sheriff's sale. Oh, there we go. And J. Furla Bottling Works. Chicago bottle. And a blank. Another blank with the 15 on bottom, likely from Crary. Oh, Appleton Bottling Works, Appleton, Minnesota. Huh. It's got a ACR on the bottom. Looks like it's in good shape. All right, to give you guys an idea what we're working with here, these hutches are literally stacked in here. They must have been thrown in as fill. Not sure if you can see them in there. They're way back. I don't know if the camera will focus that far in. You can kind of see them glimmering back there. There they are. You can see some embossing. But it looks like they just threw these in. Maybe crates of them. The crates rotted away. And the bottles stayed there. This camera's amazing in low light. I've loosened a bunch more. Here's a blank Hutchinson bottle with the 15 on bottom. And another. So this, yeah, it's got an unusual shape to it. Really, no neck. Blank slug plate. Oh, Empire Bottling Works. It's another from Moorhead, Minnesota. And a blank. Okay, that's unusual. So it's got the 33 on bottom. That's the mark of the Illinois Glass Company. A lot of the H.O. Kruger hutches have IG Company 33 along the base. I'm fairly sure this was one of Kruger's bottles. And this clear glass has been holding up just terrible in the ground. Look at all the flashes. And another blank. Another blank. It's got the stopper in the neck. Oh, there we go. Napoleon Cadieux, Lakota, North Dakota. I'm amazed at how many of these we've been finding back here. Look at that bubble right there. That's some crude glass. I loosen another stack. Let's see. Whoa!
Wow.
That is beautiful.
That is pretty cool.
It's got a star on it and a mug base. Must be the Star Bottling Works. Some kind of a peened out slug on the bottom. And another from Crary. Yeah, they must have just thrown a crate of his sodas down here. And a blank. Oh, the liquid. Yeah, so that's the mark of the Liquid Carbonic Company. H3 on the bottom. If anyone knows what that is, drop a comment. I know I've dug a few of these before, but I could never figure it out. There's never any embossing on the sides. And another Cadieux from Lakota, North Dakota. I'm just absolutely blown away. And one from the Empire Bottling Works, Moorhead, Minnesota. Oh wow. Okay, another Lang. FC Lang and Company, Chicago, Illinois. It's got a strange top on it. Is it applied? Looks like it's a tooled top. FC Lang and Company, Chicago, Illinois. And a blank with the 15 on the bottom. Definitely from Cadieux's Bottling Works. Okay, I recognize this now, the Furla, John Furla Bottling, Chicago. Still amazes me how all these ended up here. Seems to be a fairly scarce, maybe rare bottle. Or was. The pile of these just keeps going. Got some more loose here. Nick Peterson and Company, Mankato, Minnesota. You know, I think I've heard of these before. I've never dug one. It's very clean glass. Grand Forks Bottling Works from Grand Forks, North Dakota. Napoleon Cadieux, Dakota, North Dakota. This is just blowing my mind. It's just something else. And another Nick Peterson Company from Mankato. Looks like the same mold as the other one. Nick Rothacker, Devil's Lake, North Dakota. This is one of the cleanest examples of this I've seen. Looks like it was blown yesterday. And a blank with the 15 on the bottom, likely from Cadieux's Bottling Works. And a blank ACK. No idea what that stands for, but it's likely the bottler. And another from Lakota. I think there was maybe like 5 of these known before this dig today. Oh, George Braun, Jamestown, Dakota Territory. This one looks mint. That is really something.
As far as I can go.
Right on. Alright, to give you guys an idea of what we're working with here. Why am I showing a ton of the bottles coming out? Because I actually have to dig them out from in here. You can see them stacked. And it just must have been crate after crate they threw down here. They intentionally threw them top down so they wouldn't fill with water. They knew about the groundwater freezing them. They planned for them to be here a while, that's for sure. And Grand Forks Bottling Works, Grand Forks, North Dakota. Huh. Cleveland, Ohio. Fleckenstein and Emering, Cleveland, Ohio. I think I've heard of Fleckenstein and Meyer. Must have been a different partner he had in the business. That's an applied top. Oh wow, it's got a horse on it. The Manhattan Bottling Company, Chicago. See the horse head, it's kind of cool. Another from Nick Rothacker. So we've got like 3 different ones of these now. Clear and 2 variants of aqua, I believe. Trademark registered Chicago Consolidated. So 14 to 18 Charles Place, Chicago. And a blank. That's a really nice color. It's like a deep aqua. I think they call that like fire aqua out west. Geyser Bottling Works, Superior, Wisconsin. Not sure I've ever heard of one of those. So you see the shape of the slug plate. They call that a tombstone slug plate because it resembles an old style tombstone. And Nick Rothacker, Devil's Lake, North Dakota. Another aqua one. That might be the deepest aqua one I've ever seen. And another one. This glass is incredibly clean back here. It's like new. You can see I've got these sodas loose. There's literally a wall of them back there. Literally just stacked in like cordwood. It's like one from the Empire Bottling Works, Moorhead, Minnesota. And another Bernstein Brothers from Marshalltown, Iowa. Fergus Bottling Works, Fergus Falls, Minnesota. Nick Rothacker, Devil's Lake. And another Bernstein from Marshalltown. It amazes me how these ended up here. Oh. And Napoleon Cadieux from Crary, North Dakota. And a blank tool top soda. Another Nick Peterson and Company from Mankato. Oh wow. Joseph Jamnik, Chicago, Illinois. It's got a coat of arms with a lion on it there. Look at that. Really nice aqua. This bottle must be returned. Very nice. It's like another Devil's Lake soda bottle from Nick Rothacker's bottling operation. And I'm not sure if I've seen one of these. Burkhart. 18th and Jefferson, Chicago. Henry Burkhart. It's got a monogram on the back. Tool top. And another from the Chicago Consolidated Bottling Company. 14 to 18 Charles Place. Oh, okay, another Nick Peterson soda from Mankato, Minnesota. Oh, and another Henry Burkhart from Chicago. Tool top, that was applied at first. Another Nick Rothacker from Devil's Lake. I should get everything in stacks right there. We have Nick Rothacker, Devil's Lake, another clear example with a tooled top. And another from the Empire Bottling Works, Moorhead, Minnesota. And another Nick Rothacker Aqua example. And another clear one, Devil's Lake. This one's kind of a strange slug plate there. Look at that, it's kind of like melted or something. That's unusual.
I think that's all of them.
All right, well, it's just about to rain, so we'll get this filled back in. Here's the haul. Absolutely monumental. Beyond. Absolutely beyond. Got Chicago hutches, some blanks. That top row, we got the one from Badger, Minnesota, Appleton, Ortonville, Leeds, North Dakota, Jamestown, Dakota Territory, Grand Forks, Fergus Bottling Works, that blank star, Superior, Wisconsin, Alexandria, Minnesota, Bernstein Brothers from Marshalltown, Nick Peterson from Mankato, Napoleon Cadieux from Lakota. We got all these Nick Rothackers from Devil's Lake. Another Lakota and some Prairies. Completely epic. Absolutely wild. We'll get this filled back in.